Hi GOH, this is Unit 5, Lesson 4, and today we're going to talk about the point-slope form of a line. So far we talked about slope-intercept, which means I have a slope and a y-intercept, but in geometry we actually use point-slope form more. So that's what we're going to do in this first example. Let's look at the line whose slope is 2/3 and which passes through the point 4,5. So I already have the point 4,5 graphed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the line that goes through that point that has a slope of 2/3. So from this point, I'm going to go up 2/3. So that's right there, up 2/3. And then I want to find out what the y-intercept is. So I'm actually going to go down 2/3 and down 2/3. So if I connect those points there and I have that line, you could see my y-intercept isn't an actual integer. My y-intercept falls between 2 and 3. So that's question B. Between what two consecutive integers must the y-intercept fall? Now, the point -8, -3 lies on this line. Let's find the slope between -8, -3, and 4,5. So I'm going to use my slope formula. So my slope, I'm going to do 5 minus -3. And 4 minus -8. Now remember, a minus -3 becomes a plus positive, and a minus -8 becomes a plus positive, so my slope is 2/3. Now that makes perfect sense because if it lies on the same line, it should have the same slope. So if it lies on the same line, it has to have the same slope. And that was, so if I kept on going down 2/3, down 2/3, there's my point right here, -8, -3. All right, let's consider any arbitrary point xy that lies on this line. Explain why the following equation must also be true for this line. Then rearrange the equation so that there's no fraction on the left-hand side. That is going to be our point-slope form. So basically, I have an arbitrary point xy, and I have the point 4,5, and I'm using my slope formula to find the slope. So y minus 5, that's a change in y, over x minus 4, that's a change in x, and I already know my slope. Since it lies on the same line, it has to have the same slope of 2/3. So this is my answer right here, but I want to rearrange it so there's no fraction left on the left. So I have to take that x minus 4, and I'm going to multiply by x minus 4 to get rid of the x minus 4 on the left. And whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So I'm left with y minus 5 equals 2/3 x minus 4. Okay, so basically all I'm doing is I'm taking the slope, which is 2/3, and an arbitrary point xy, and I wrote it in, I used my slope formula, and then I got rid of that x minus 4. This right here is my point slope form of the line. All right, and then they want me to rearrange it and place it in slope intercept form. So I'm going to take it exactly how I have it right here, but I'm going to distribute out that 2/3 to everything inside the parentheses. So I'm going to take this, 2/3 times x is 2/3 x. 2/3 times -4 is actually -8/3. And I'm trying to get y by itself, so I have to add 5. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So I'm going to take this -8/3 and this 5, and I'm going to write them with the same denominator. So the -8/3 is actually perfect. It has a denominator of 3. But 5 I'm going to write with a denominator of 3. 15/3 is equal to 5. And now that they have the same denominator, now I can combine those together. So y equals 2/3 x. -8/3 plus 15/3 is 7/3. So my y-intercept is 7/3, which is 2 1/3. And remember back in the beginning, I said my y-intercept was between points 2 and 3. And we can see it actually is between points 2 and 3. So bottom line, after all those examples, what is the slope-intercept form of a line? If I have a point and I have a slope, it's going to be y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. So again, you need a point. My point is x1, y1, and I need a slope. And this is what we use more in geometry than y equals mx plus b. So let me show you how easy it actually is to use. So example A, slope is 4 and the point is 5, 7. So this is my x1. I'm going to get a pen. This is my x1, this is my y1. So y minus 7 equals my slope, which is 4, x minus 5. That's it. That's my answer. Done. Look at B. This is my x1, this is my y1. So y minus 5 equals negative 1/2, x minus negative 3, which is just plus 3. Done. You can leave it just like that. Okay, unless the answer choices are not written like that and it's multiple choice, then you might have to distribute out. But otherwise, that's the answer. My x1, y1. So y minus negative 10 is y plus 10 equals my slope, which is negative 2, x minus 4. That's my answer. And again, x1, y1. So y minus negative 5 is y plus 5 equals my slope, which is 4/5, x minus negative 2, which is x plus 2. Okay, and that's all I have to do. All right, so sometimes you're going to use that point slope form to help you put it into slope intercept form. So which of the following is the equation of a line that's parallel, that's important, and it's parallel to y equals 5x minus 3, and it passes through the point 4, 11. So remember, in order to use this, I need a point and a slope. I have a point. My point is 4, 11. So this is my x1 and my y1. And I need a slope. They didn't give me the slope, but they gave me information about the slope. It's parallel to that line. Parallel lines have the same slope, so my slope is just 5. So y minus 11 equals 5, parentheses x minus 4. Now, this is my answer, but the problem is it doesn't look like any of those answers that are right there. I know the slope is 5, so I can get rid of choice 3 and choice 4, but I don't know if it's choice 1 or 2. So I need to distribute the 5 to everything in the parentheses. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. And then I need to get y by itself, so I'm going to add 11. And I have y equals 5x minus 9. So now I can see that it is choice 2. Okay. And last one right here, segment AB has endpoints of A and B. If a line is drawn through A and is perpendicular to AB, what is its equation? What would its y-intercept be? All right, so I need a point and I need a slope. I have a point. My point is A. I need a slope. I don't have a slope, but I have information. It's perpendicular to AB. So let's find the slope of AB, and then it's perpendicular. I'm going to have to do the negative reciprocal. So slope of AB is 1 minus 9, because the y's go on top, 0 minus negative 4. So that's negative 8 over 4, which is negative 2. My perpendicular slope means I have to take that slope and flip it. I put a 1 underneath it, flip it, and it's 1/2, and I'm going to change the sign. So now I'm going to take this perpendicular slope, and I'm going to take point A, and I'm going to write my equation. So y minus 9 equals 1/2 x minus negative 4, which is plus 4. And that's my answer. Now, the second part of the question wants to know what its y-intercept is. So in order to do that, I do have to distribute that to everything inside the parentheses. Y minus 9 equals 1/2 x plus 2, because 1/2 times 4 is 2. And then I'm just going to add 9. And I have y equals 1/2 x plus 11. So my y-intercept, my B, is 11. Right? And we're just going to practice that tomorrow.